Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting across from two men who are more handsome than me, faster than me, recently got some pro contracts, some new cars. You could call them Bruce Wayne 2.0, Parker Wolfe and Ethan Strand. How you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for having us on again.
Good. Enjoying the new car.
Yeah. That was a key focal point of our last conversation, Parker, with Ethan. You weren't cool enough to join that edition, but we decided to send the olive branch this time. Did you buy a new car? You joined the new car club?
I did. Yes, I did. We both did this summer, so we're in the club.
What was the choice?
I went with the an electric car, an electric Hummer. So staying green. Yeah.
What's the utility bill at that house with the charging going on 24/7?
I don't want to know. Luckily, it's covered in our rent, so we don't even have to look at it. But
that's nice.
Yeah, I would guess probably not great. Yeah.
Is there a pretty good Tesla supercharger ecosystem in Flag or not really?
No, there's one of them. So
okay.
I mostly charge at home. I mean, my car takes like 8 hours to charge up to where I want it to with the at-home charger, and Parker's car takes about double that. So
yeah.
What do you use at home? Is it like the most basic charger, or do they have like a not charger, the outlet? Is the outlet like the most basic form, or is it a little more bulked up?
We actually use an extension cord from the dryer outlet because our electrical box is like way too far away from the garage, and so to get one installed would have been like crazy expensive. So we just bought an extension cord and
run it out the window.
We just can't dry clothes and charge our car at the same time, but that's rarely an issue.
Pick your battles. Battles. Did all the other guys on the team buy new cars, or was this just you two? Are you guys the cool kids on the team?
No, I think Liam bought a new car recently. I know a couple guys are looking into getting new cars. I don't know. We started a trend, I guess.
Parker's a bad influence. All of this started with the Hummer. He got the Hummer, and then everybody else decided it was time to get a new car.
Yeah, I'll take credit for it.
He's just pumping the U.S. economy. Nothing wrong with that. What does Mike think of all these new big purchases?
Well, I think, he met us when we had the cars already. Milt did not. He actually didn't dislike the purchases because we both bought used. We didn't buy like new cars. So it was like, relatively responsible purchases, I'd say.
Yeah, Milt was like talking to him. Everything was like, don't buy a new car. I don't want to see you in a new car. If you see you in a new car, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Mike met us after we had the cars, so I don't think he had much of an opinion.
I will say I bought it. Well, Ethan knows this, Parker. I don't know if you know this, but Ethan was an added-on influence of me buying a Tesla because I was already on the ropes, and then we talked and we both discovered we were looking at the same car. It's way cooler after the fact, which I think is very rare with nice things. For me, I'm actually more impressed after buying a Tesla than I was before. Like I was excited to buy one, but I was like, it's just another car. It'll be fun. Right. But after the fact, I'm a first-class Tesla glazer, I would say.
Nice.
I mean, it's like driving is fun right now.
It's a lot of fun.
Like every time I go out and I drive the car, I'm like, I actually really enjoy driving, and I feel like that makes the car special.
Do you have self-driving?
I don't. I did not get that. I feel like
get self-driving.
Like I said, I enjoy driving the car enough that when I'm in the Tesla, I want to be the one driving it.
Oh, it's so fun. Especially if you like, my parents live 2 hours away, and you just throw that puppy on self-driving. It's so nice. But the one thing I will say, like, I do think they falsely advertise a little bit. Like when you think of self-driving, you think you don't have to do anything, but it literally, there's a camera that tracks your eyes, and if you don't look in front of you long enough. Because you hear that and you're like, I can screw around on my phone for 2 hours and reply to work emails, and it beeps at you if you don't look ahead the whole time. But I think it's the coolest thing ever. What are the other shenanigans you guys get up to as professional athletes now?
I mean, lots of video games, Madden, college football, watching movies, Stranger Things. Yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff you can do laying around. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing I did at UNC, honestly. Yeah. Just a continuation of that lifestyle. A lot of sitting on my butt playing Xbox.
A lot more of it.
I do get more time to do that.
More time.
Is no classes nice? Nice touch? No more student athlete?
Oh man, it's unbelievable. I love it. Yeah, I don't have to think about like finishing practice and then like, oh man, I got to go to class. It's just finish practice and go lay around. I think it's a huge thing, especially when you're, moving to altitude, doing harder training. Like the fact that you don't have to do class makes it just way easier to recover, just for the next day, and you're able to handle a lot more too, just because you don't have that extra stress.
I finished last weekend. I finished my last class, so I'm now officially.
Oh,
Yep.
I forgot you had a whole nother semester.
Yep, I had to take 3 classes this semester, 2 over the summer, and then 3 this semester, just to make up for some lost time during the 4 years at school. So no, officially done now. So we'll see what the lifestyle is like when I don't have to think about class at all. I'm excited for it.
Are you going home for graduation? How does that work?
I don't know yet. I guess it'll depend on what the track schedule looks like outdoor, to see if I have time to go walk in May. So we'll see. Probably right now I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to walk. The diploma is being sent to my house at home, so that's my dad will be the first one to see that. I'm sure he'll be happy.
What's the banter like in the house with the guys this year around sports? I mean, UNC didn't do too hot in football. Yeah. I think Bill was more concerned with his 20-year-old girlfriend than he was football. But how are we looking? How was cross season? How's the banter there? And then how do we feel about, UNC's more of a basketball school anyways, so I'm sure I don't even know if NAU has a basketball team if you're debating Drew. So
no, I mean, it's not a bad, like, it's pretty easy to debate against the NAU guys. I mean, they're not a big sports school. Our football team and basketball team, I can't imagine we'd ever cross paths with them, let alone be worried about getting beat by them. So we don't have a lot of college football banter or college basketball, but a lot of NFL banter. I mean, last weekend Packers Broncos game. Drew from Wisconsin is a big Packers fan, but the Broncos are better, so that's what happens.
Yeah, I don't think same thing like Liam Villanova. It's an FCS football. Yeah. So, like they're not even in the FBS for football. So like I have nothing to talk about there. They're a little better in basketball, but I think this year if we played them, it'd be I think we'd be wraps.
Yeah, pretty good.
Isn't it weird that the Big East doesn't have really football schools? I think Nova's one of the few that has a football program.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I don't get that.
It's weird coming from ACC isn't even like what the SEC is, but at least we have like a football team that's relatively decent at times.
Sometimes.
Not this year.
I want to defend Drew as a fellow Packer fan. My dad grew up in Wisconsin. You can't kick a man while he's down. Okay, that Mike injury.
That's
tough.
That's true.
Didn't that happen at the end of the game?
Micah Parsons. I felt bad. I do, but the Broncos are good, man. So I was excited for the win. Not excited that you guys were a little banged up during the game, but excited that Broncos are 12-2 right now. So
I will say this. I found this out, Parker, because I was talking to my dad about it. We grew up with the Lombardi family, and Joe Lombardi. He was like the quarterbacks coach for Drew Brees, and then he went to like Detroit and he was the offense coordinator. And then he was the offense coordinator at LA. These positions always move around, so I never stay up to date, but we grew up with their family when I lived in Pennsylvania. And my dad was like, "Oh, he's offense coordinator at the Broncos." I was like, "Dad, you know how good the Broncos are?"
Yeah.
So I'll claim as a family friend somewhat of a Broncos allegiance, but
there we go.
But that's about it. Yeah, that's and then my other super random football connection is I'm friends with the Rivers family. I don't know if you guys saw Philip.
Yeah.
44 years old, grandpa on the field.
That's
I know
cool.
His second oldest daughter really well.
He played pretty solid, man. They almost had it. And I'm not a huge Philip Rivers fan because he was with the Chargers for a long time and division rivals, but I was actually it was really cool to see that.
He can't move,
but played decent.
Can you imagine if someone in running went for retirement for 5 years and then just came back and did well enough to make a final? People would be losing their mind.
Return.
Eric Jenkins?
Yeah, Eric Jenkins is going to make a return next year.
I don't know Eric Jenkins personally, so apologies if either of you guys do. And I'm sure you'd still kick me in a race, but that guy, I think, has fully indulged in the experience of being a retired athlete based on the looks of it.
I don't blame him one bit either,
He did the opposite of what Ryan Hall chose to do.
Yeah. Ryan Hall's doing whatever he's doing is nuts right
Yeah.
now. Like look at following his running, it's like wow. It's like I'm gonna go run 50 miles.
Oh, really? He's doing ultra stuff?
Oh yeah. And
Really?
it's not even like he's running races. I don't think. I think he's just doing it for the love of the game.
Dang. That's crazy. I thought he was still pursuing being jacked and
he's doing both.
all that stuff. Oh, really?
Yeah.
He gets accused all the time of not being natty because of how big he got. What are your guys' opinions on this?
I'm gonna say he probably could do it by himself. I mean, when you're running like 120 miles a week for so long, you can't. It's really difficult to put on like muscle. And so the moment you stop doing that for a while, I bet you can. I think if I stopped running, I could probably put on 30 pounds in 2 months.
Oh my gosh, no way! I'm taking that bet all day, every day. 30 pounds in 2 months?
I think so. I think I could.
As someone who's regularly in the gym, there's no way.
You don't think so?
There's absolutely no way. 30 pounds?
No,
maybe,
it wouldn't.
Maybe to look like Eric Jenkins, but not Ryan Hall.
It wouldn't just be muscle. Come on.
Okay, that's more of a debate. But
yeah, and I'm not saying
pure
I'm
muscle.
not
I was
going to put on 30 pounds of pure muscle in 2 months. No, that's not going to happen. I'm saying there'd be some other weight added as well.
Got you. Speaking of massive dudes that run fast, do you guys know Truett Haynes? You guys probably know Cameron Haynes, maybe?
I know the name, yeah. He's the guy that runs all his marathons in jeans, right?
Yeah, Truett's the guy who runs marathons in jeans. He has the jean world record, which is apparently a thing. Gotta love our sport. But his dad, Cameron Haynes, I think lives in Eugene or like Bend, and is like randomly a track and field fan, but he's like one of the world's best bow hunters, I think. Okay. He's got like 2 million on Instagram. This guy's like he's best friends with David Goggins. And this past year, the dad, so Cameron, is like 55. He ran a 250-mile race, and going into it, both of his feet were broken, and he came out on the other side.
That's bad.
It's really bad.
That's like what we do is hard, but you also got to like someone that does that. That's like kind of another level of just suffer.
Yeah,
it's insane. But Truett, his son, basically got super jacked. Holds the world record for most pull-ups in 24 hours. I think he did like literally 10,000 in 24, and now he runs marathons. I think he's gone 229. But I want to find you guys a photo because this dude is massive.
Record. Yeah, no thanks. I'll be all right.
Dominic, we need to set Parker up. We got to try to get him to break the pull-up record.
Not gonna happen.
Why are you the menace in the gym?
No, not at all. I'm not a big
like look at this guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's in jeans.
Yeah,
he's always
in jeans. Wow.
So he's a madman. But those guys are like the hybrid athlete. The joke that I think is 100% true is it's guys who like basically couldn't get big enough to be considered a lifter and couldn't be fast enough to be considered an elite runner. So they just claim both. But I will say what some of those guys do is pretty ridiculous. Like for him to be able to do 10,000 pull-ups in 24 hours and run a 2:29 marathon is pretty insane. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of people just doing hard things in general. It's like when I can respect people that, do hard things and that running 2:29, anybody that runs 2:29, that's hard. Yeah. It's like not easy. So
what do you guys think if we threw professional coaches from the US in a race? Who would come up on top and how's Mike faring in that?
Not great. Yeah, I'm gonna go with not great.
I don't think he runs very much.
No, I don't think he runs very much. He stays in good shape, I think, relatively. I think Milt and him would be a decent race. I don't know who's in better shape. I would guess Milt maybe does a little more running.
Milt's on a 6 a.m. treadmill grind from what I think understand.
I think he's definitely. I know Coach Smith hits the gym. I don't know how much he's running.
I mean, I think probably like who runs the most, Dathan?
Maybe
as a pro coach, I'd probably say Dathan runs. From what I know, probably Dathan runs the most.
Yeah, so. He also seems like the most fit. I think
if Alex counts in this, I think Alex is winning.
Oh yeah, Alex Osberg. Yeah,
I'll put my house on Alex.
Yeah, I'll put my house on him. Yeah, he's training all the women right now, and he's on pace job duty. So I think he stays pretty fit.
We should put this together for the good of the sport. Coaches Olympics.
I think that would be awesome. A coaches US championship, something like that. That'd be sweet.
I love it. Who on the team does the best Coach Mike impression? And do we understand where his accent comes from yet?
I don't think we've seen
Not a-
people
not a
doing
clue.
impressions of Mike yet.
Drew, I feel like Drew says the most stuff that Smith will say. Like, I've asked him, like, his, when I first got here, like, his phrases, or, like, what the things he goes to all the time. I feel like Drew's pretty good with impressions. He's good with, he's good with copying people's form. So, I mean, Luis Grijalva on our team, Drew can do, like, a perfect impression of his running form. So I would guess Drew would probably be the best with.
Who does the good Woody impression? The good Woody running impression. Who was that was doing that?
Drew was doing it.
Drew?
It was pretty good. Maybe Abdi too, but I don't know. Yeah.
Who's all on the team? Let me see if I can guess from what I understand. Galen, Donovan, Nico, Liam, you two, Abdi, Drew, Nico, Luis, Woody. Am I missing someone?
You got two women.
Two women.
Oh, okay. Maggie.
Yeah.
Maggie.
Oh gosh, who'd be the second? I don't even know.
Elise Stearns.
Okay.
And then Yusuf Bizimana is in town right now.
Yeah.
So he's
okay.
training with us.
Craig Engels jumps in here and there. He's a free spirit.
Craig jumps in with everyone.
Yeah. Craig jumps in with he's been training pretty consistently with us from his measures, what consistent looks like. So
he's been like we'll finish a hard session, and Craig's like, yeah, that's the hardest workout I've done in 5 years.
Yeah. He's doing great though. It's actually good to have him around because he's such a positive.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah, he's great. So
who how big are these workouts? Like, are you guys pretty split up, or is it pretty much everyone's doing the same thing?
It kind of depends on the workout we're doing. Today, this workout this morning, we were together for most of it. Ethan split off and did a little bit of shorter stuff, but a lot of threshold will have 2-3 different groups depending on paces. So everybody's getting individual what they need from each workout. But like some specific stuff, we'll split up even more groups, 4 or 5 groups. Just depends on kind of what we're doing, what Coach Smith sees. So
yeah, normally I'm like any reps, like we're doing threshold stuff. It's usually me, Abdi Hamid, and Theo. Oh, Theo Quacks. Theo is also on the team. So me, Abdi Hamid, and Theo for the most part, and then you have normally 3 groups. And the next group would be like Liam, Woody. When Mo Ahmed's around, Mo's in that group most of the time. Who else is in that group?
Abdi will switch back and forth
between those two, and then the Parker and Nico do most of their work together.
Yeah.
Who has the best drip on the team? Would you guys say?
Coach Smith, man, he actually pulls up in some nice fits some days. I think he tries to dress a little younger, and sometimes he steps out. I'm pretty impressed with his outfits. And his little daughter was at practice this morning in some dunks and a Jordan pants. I was impressed. She's 2 years old, but she was stepping out today too. So,
what about athlete-wise? Who takes the cake?
That's a good question.
Definitely not Drew Bosley. I hope he watches this. Some of his fits are incredibly questionable.
You'll have bright yellow socks. You'll have bright pink shorts.
Yeah, and then a yellow shirt. I love Drew, but sometimes he puts up the practice, and I'm like, man, that's something else. Trying to think who has the best. Maybe Fly
Busy.
Fly Yusuf Bizimana. He's got some good fits, but I don't know. We're all runners. We're not really there for looks. So
you get enough stuff from Nike. You pair a nice tight with a nice shirt and jacket, and get some nice arm sleeves out there. You can clean up nice.
The Nike lifestyle stuff is getting really nice.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
What's the new line they dropped? Nike 24/7.
That's what I have on right now. It's like a bomber.
Do you like it?
Bomber jacket. It's sweet.
They have some 24/7 really soft sweatshirts and pants and stuff that are really nice.
Who would you say in the house has the most Nike gear? Is it pretty split even?
I have so much stuff.
I would say probably Ethan has the most here. I have some stuff still stuck in Denver at my parents' house that I didn't bring, but I'd say probably Ethan.
I have a ridiculous amount of clothes right now. I have a pretty big closet, and I've filled the thing up already, and I've been here 3 months. So I'm gonna have to take some stuff home for Christmas and leave it there.
Who's the messiest in the house?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm probably the most cluttered, I would say.
Yeah.
Who doesn't do their dishes?
Oh, we're all pretty decent with the dishes, I feel like. Liam probably does the dishes the most. I think we're all pretty decent with it.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Let's talk some running, some training. You mentioned that workout this morning. What would you say is the biggest difference between collegiate training and professional training?
I think we work out a little harder than we did in college. Just every workout, not every workout is more difficult. There are just more sessions that are harder. It's like this fall, I didn't get to run 10K cross country at all. Like I didn't get to race. There was no collegiate season, so you kind of have to make that hit that you get during those races up in some workouts. And so yeah, just generally some of the workouts are a little bit more difficult than they would have been in college.
Yeah, I'd say probably the frequency at which we work out for me. Like I feel like the intensity has been fairly similar to what I was doing in college, but I think we're doing more workouts, and especially in the fall, pretty much every workout day was a double workout day where we're doing, whether it's double threshold or just a morning threshold and afternoon reps or something like that. But pretty much every workout is doing double sessions, which I think we definitely did not do in college. Yeah. So I'd say the frequency and maybe a little intensity. I think the paces have been similar, but we're at 7,000 feet now, so a little bit of an intensity change. But overall, similar training to what we had with Milt. So
I know you both are big competitors, and I know Milt intentionally kind of held you guys back in college just for the longevity and success of your guys' career. Was it nice getting in Flagstaff, having a few workouts that maybe kicked your butt and thought, okay, this is hard, but like this is what I want. This is what I was ready for?
Yeah, I think once you get to altitude, it's like if you've never been there before, everything is just a little harder. Like I would say you're capable of doing the same workouts you're doing at sea level for the most part. It just hurts more. And so we did some like workouts where like 200 on, 200 off, and you're doing 200 on, 200 off for multiple miles at a time. And like the first few times I did those, it was like just extremely difficult, and I've never done anything like that before. But you get used to it, and yeah, I'd say it's just generally feels harder up here, but it doesn't change like what you're capable of.
Yeah, I mean it's the next logical step for us was like a little bit more intensity.
You stole that from a guy I know. His name's Ethan Strand. Yeah. That's where I heard that quote from.
Yeah, I mean I think we both got it from Mr. Miltenberg back at UNC because. Yeah, I think that's his coined phrase. So
most things we say have probably come
from him at some point. It's just like what was next for us. It made sense. Like we're not doing anything crazy. We're not running 100-mile weeks off of not doing that in college. It's just the next step for us. So
when was U.S. Cross penciled in on the calendar?
I think we started talking about it pretty early on. I know Drew and Nico really wanted to do it, but I was up for the idea, but I wanted other people to do it with me because I feel like doing cross by yourself is it's not very fun. Like traveling there by yourself, I think the all fun of cross is like having your team there and doing it, and so I wanted guys to do it, and we after like a month here, it was pretty set that most of the guys of the team were gonna do either the 10K or the 2K. So at least we had a group traveling, and that's what got me excited to at least show up. So
I wanted to, like the moment I found out that World Cross was in the U.S., I wanted to do it, and I probably penciled it in on the calendar like around the time I got to Flagstaff after USA's, and I told Mike like, hey, like I'd like to run USA Cross this year. I think I probably would have preferred to run the 10K. For a while, I thought they were going to do for the 4x2K team, we're going to do a selection. So if there was a selection, I wouldn't have had to run the 2K. I would have just had to hope they selected me. So actually running a 10K was kind of what I was hoping to do. But the 2K was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, someone told me on the street in Parker that it was a playbook excuse he gave to Ethan. It was really there was a guy named Parker Wolfe in the race that he was dodging.
I believe it. Yeah. He wouldn't have been very happy in the 10K. He might have cried near the end. That's all right. It would have been a good experience for him. To get his butt kicked. So that's all right.
I think running a 10K when it's not your strong suit, there's some serious benefit to that. Getting your butt beat every once in a while is good for you. So I was not scared. I kind of wanted to make a team.
Well, you weren't too far off though. I know Parker was injured, so let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah.
But how about you were one place?
There, right?
I'll still die on the hill that I could have caught him up that chute if I wanted to.
Couldn't have. Yeah.
Speaking of that, Parker, how's it feel to be healthy, man? Clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I mean, big part of this fall was, Coach Smith saying, like, let's not get greedy with anything. And we've had a couple good workouts here and there, but really it was just about being consistent. And so it's been great. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. Just trying to be smart with things and just keep, stacking week after week more than anything. So,
how good did it feel to line up at a race and have more than 3 weeks under your belt going into it?
That felt good. I'll tell you what. I mean, cross country race was still extremely difficult and it felt hard, but I felt stronger than I have in the past for sure. And not having to miss, time and then try to get back and get 6 weeks of training and then race and you're like, you're fit, but you're not really fit or sharp. It felt good to just have consistent training and trust that, have faith in the training that you did and not this up and down type stuff. So, it went by fast too. In college, I feel like cross country, it goes by quick, but as a pro, you're not racing at all. And so all of a sudden it's December and you're like, holy cow, this just went by and I just had a whole consistent block of training. So, it was really good. So
I know people will say he was more sharpened because he had done a bunch of cross races, but can we give some flowers to Rocky Hansen? That kid is as real deal as they come for a real junior in college. It was
impressive. I mean, you got to be extremely tough to go out there and run that hard on that course. Props to him. That was watching from the sideline. I was like, okay, he's legit. I knew it, but watching that race kind of proved it to me a little bit more that that wasn't. Yeah, he's here. He's good, and he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he made the race hard. I mean, we were down to 6 people by 2K. The team was already made, and it was really just because he wanted to press. And so, I mean, he's got guts to go out there and really press the pace and make it hard. And I think that's honestly what we needed as a whole. So I think making it a harder effort was good for everybody.
The elephant in the room that is in every room with every podcast I do, because it's kind of looming over the sport, and I want your guys' opinion. What's the general take on state of the NCAA, whether it's international roster cut, NIL's taking over the sport? Even I think this is a genius marketing ploy, but I don't know how sustainable it is for the sport. Diodora announcing they're going to give a $40,000 NIL deal to a high schooler who breaks 4 minutes in the mile. What's the general take on the sport right now?
Yeah, I have my personal opinion is the influx of international athletes. All it does for me is it made me better. I raced better people. I raced tougher competition. The NCAA was more top heavy. So once you get better and you get to the level, there's more people you have to beat. So I feel like you can complain all you want, but if you shy away from it, it's only going to hurt you. If you embrace it and you think of it as an advantage that you have, if especially for people who want to continue the career, racing good people is going to help you in the next step. It's going to help you later in your career. I don't imagine they're going to change anything, and I think people just got to move on, think of it as a positive, and get better from it.
I agree. I mean, I think racing a bunch of international guys when we were in college, it was still a good chunk, and it's more influx even recently, but I think it just prepares you for the next level even more so. These guys are coming in that have run sub 13, sub 27 in the 10K, and those are the guys you're going to face as a professional anyway. So, if you step up to the challenge, it's going to make you better.
Ethan, how do you tactically run a cross-country 2K? What does that even look like?
Honestly, I wasn't really sure. The cool thing about that is nobody else in that field had ever run a cross country 2K. So everybody else was trying to figure it out. I think one thing the field did a little too much. They went out a little too slow. Coming from NCAA cross, I mean, at Panorama Farms, Virginia, in the 10K my junior year, we were out in 2:30 for a K. So for this 2K cross, I was out in 2:43 maybe. It's like 13. I was 13 seconds slower at 1K for a 2K race than I was in the NCAA for a 10K race. So like I think it was just more have your foot on the gas the whole time and don't let up, because before you know it, the race is going to be over.
Parker, for you, tactically, when did you feel like you knew you had it won?
I felt like 2K to go. I felt pretty good. I had a little gap between me and Rocky, but I had a feeling like if I needed to close the gap, I could have, and I was kind of just waiting around until the last K to see what I had left. And ultimately, once I made the move at 800, 600 to go, I kind of figured I had a little more in the tank. But no, it was a tough race, and there were times in that when it felt like NCAA cross, you don't know how the next K is going to go, and it's just putting one foot in front of the other, and then all of a sudden you feel all right. So it was a good experience.
I forget how you guys chose to do national meets in high school. Parker, I remember you had the running lane, COVID years, XYZ. But was it weird if you guys ran NXN in high school? Was it weird going back to that course? And if not, was it weird seeing it for the first time in a professional landscape?
I never ran it. So yeah. I ran I ran Foot Locker my junior year, and then I ran running lane my senior year because there were no meets. So this is my first time at Glendoveer. It was cool to see it kind of in its entirety. You had the high schoolers tearing it up and running well, and then we got to go on the course after and run hard. So it was cool. I think as a high schooler, that course would have been tough for me because it's very gritty. You got to be fit and strong to go out there and run well at Glendoveer. So the fact that I got to wait until I'm strong to get on the course and race it was helpful.
Yeah, I never went to NXN either. So I remember watching it in high school. So it was cool to race the course. I went to Foot Locker as well my junior year, and then senior year was COVID, so never got to go. But I felt like I went this year. Ran the course a couple times. So
didn't get that national title your senior year because of COVID, so I had to come back as an old man. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Was it weird for you guys knowing that this is kind of a one-off year? This isn't really regular to have cross, makes the rookie year kind of interesting and exciting.
Yeah, really just gave us something to do in the fall. Usually as a pro, there's nothing to look forward to. You're kind of just in a big training block, and then maybe, do a road race or something if you really want to. But a lot of times it's just a big training block for indoors. And so it was nice to have something to look forward to and something to train for that wasn't on the track. So I think that just takes a little bit of the monotony away from it, and you're not just doing the same thing over and over again. And we were able to get on grass for workouts and do different things than we normally probably would have in the fall, which I think is just switches it up, keeps it interesting, and I think, helps us just keep going longer.
Yeah, I feel like in the NCAA, you're always doing something new. You're always racing against new people. You're always running new distances. And I feel like the one thing that the pro world lacks a little bit is people get really monotonous and do the same thing over again. If you're a 1,500 meter guy, you run 3 miles indoor and then you run 7 1,500s outdoor. It's all right, that's all you did all year. So doing something different and new and fresh and exciting was super cool, and it made the fall really enjoyable. And I think as a pro, that's something I want to do as a whole, not just in the fall when I have some time, even during indoor and outdoor seasons, is running new events, running fresh events that keeps you excited and keeps you engaged. I think having something to actually train for in the fall, made fall training worth it. You're getting better and you're training towards a point. When you're just out there kind of monotonously running, it's not as enjoyable. So, what
are the goals for World Cross in Tallahassee?
It's hard to say. I think it's such a unique event with so many different guys coming that you probably haven't ever raced against or seen before. So, obviously, I'd like to think, see how high the U.S. can place. And so if we can put some guys up in that top 10, 15 range, I think we could do pretty well. I think the team is really stacked on the 10K side. And, got some good guys going. So I mean, I'm more excited to see how we can do as a team rather than individual stuff, and see how the USA can play us, because it's a home world champ. So that'd be really cool.
I think that's like should be the whole point for this meet in particular. Like everybody watching should be trying to root for the USA as a whole. Obviously, everybody is like has their individual stuff, and you want someone to win or place top 3. But like you got as a team, I want to try to go win a medal as a team. Like that would be the most exciting thing. I think that would make this team worth it. It would make the experience worth it. Is like trying to compete as a team for a podium spot is my goal. So whatever I can do on my leg to get us in a podium position is what I'm going to do.
Man, Parker, this guy sounds like he's running for president. The way he's glazing the red, white, and blue, man.
Oh,
I love it.
Right?
Fire me up.
That's what makes cross country fun.
It is fun.
The team aspect of cross country is huge, and you never get that as a pro. Track is so individualized, so now getting the opportunity to be a part of a team again is like it's refreshing.
Hey, I'm trying to beat some countries from around the world, so I love this. I love this. Captain America right here. I love it. Do they pick captains for cross or no?
I have no idea. It's all due to us, man. We don't know what the hell's going on.
We need what they have in football, where they put the C with the how many stars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I don't even know how that works.
I don't know either. It would be interesting. Yeah, like I don't even know what leg I'm gonna be on yet, so we'll figure that out later.
Looking ahead to the track season, what's penciled on the calendar? Is it really all eyes on cross, and then kind of talk to Mike, figure things out from there?
Yeah, I mean, we have a rough idea of kind of how indoors looks like. I mean, for me, definitely eyeing Millrose at the beginning of February, and I mean, really using cross as like a springboard to just like get a good hit, something hard that that was a big part of why we ran US cross, was because it was going to be harder than anything we had done all fall, and so do that again in World Cross, and arguably a far harder environment. So do that, and then do a little bit of training, and then run. I think for me, Millrose, hopefully 2 mile, and then maybe find another race in February, a 5K or something like that. So we're trying to not ironed out completely yet, but definitely eyeing Millrose for the start of the indoor season. So
yeah, I think I have maybe a few more races planned as of now than Parker does. Definitely after the 2K World Cross, definitely run the Millrose as well. Probably the 2 mile. So a little rematch after BU last year for me and Parker. Then we got after that a 5K or another 3K, and then US Champs 3K, and then hopefully Indoor Worlds 3K.
What's on the table? Any bets between the two of you for
we got to talk about that. We haven't
talked. We got to run World Cross first, and then we can start talking smack. Got to get through that one first. But no, I'm excited. It's gonna be a really good field, and 2 miles, something I haven't run since high school outdoors. So it'll be a ton of fun. I'm just excited for it. Yeah.
Ethan, were you at all shocked when you saw Cole win the 5K at Worlds, and did that at all for you inspire a thought of like, you can really double dip once you have enough strength underneath you? Because I think the cool thing about Cole is he's tried the 5K before and it hasn't really panned out. He's ran like invitationals and placed 6th. Mm-hmm. So I think when he won, it was really a testament to like, oh man, the consistency is really what does it. No,
I mean, I was trying to think like when I was after the 1500 semi, is like thinking about the 5K and Cole was running. I'm like, if it's a 13:05 race, like I personally thought he was going to win it. It was a little faster than I thought the race was going to be. So to see him win a 12:50 high race was like, it's really impressive. No, I think it doubles down like on how I'm thinking of you gotta do those harder events. You gotta I wouldn't say harder, but like you gotta do those events off events. For him, maybe not an off event anymore. It prepares you for your main event more, and then also, you never know what you're capable of, because you can run an event just to see where you're at and then end up winning a world championship. So no, I definitely running 3Ks and 5Ks. I'm gonna run a lot of those in my future. So just see if you can keep up with Parker, and he'll will you to a fast time. The 3K at 2 mile. That's like, I feel like the distance we meet at. Really
That
well.
low key is the perfect.
So
Yeah, it is a good spot.
But I think, Parker, you probably feel better about having 216 meters or whatever it is extra.
Have that on. I don't mind. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get this guy in a mile someday. He doesn't know it yet, but I'll get him again the 15 or mile.
You got me how many times in the mile? Once?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, he won an ACC championship, and I got my butt beat in my junior year. So
that's true.
In the mile, so.
I've got good speed. I'll definitely race a mile or 1500 outdoors. So, but yeah, 3K is a really good spot for us to meet up.
And then one of these days we're gonna get in a little bit slower of a 5K, and it's gonna be game on. So
yeah, all right.
Parker's gonna start pressing from 6 laps out, just to ensure.
Make him hurt. Make him hurt.
Yeah. End of 2025. We're recording this December 19th. What would you guys say is the biggest lesson you learned in the sport this year?
For me, it's a lot of just like valuing consistency and how important that is. Like, doesn't matter how good a workout goes if you haven't had a consistent, 10, 12 week block, or consistent year at that. So, for me, it's just like been, how can I stack days and weeks, together and how much better you are from just doing that. So, that was my biggest takeaway from this last year. I mean, having not had any real consistency, I think seeing what a consistent fall can do, just if you can string a ton of those months and weeks together, it's going to pan out.
I think mine goes similar. Obviously, consistency is super important, but also like for me, it's like taking advantage of every single situation you get in. Every single race I step on the line, it's like, especially as a pro, some of these races you don't race as often. So the World Championship is once a year, US Championships is once a year. So it's like every time I step on the line, I want to be all in, and I want to try my best to take advantage of that situation. Because if you go in and you give it everything you have and you finish the race and it, wasn't maybe where you wanted to finish, but you actually put it all out there, you should be able to walk away from that like happy with your effort and performance. And so like the more I can do that, I think personally the more consistent I am and the better I can perform in high pressure scenarios.
Final serious question for you guys. Again, end of the year, a lot of people listening, and I think you guys would both say you can change your life in a year, and specifically the sport. If you dedicate your life to it, you can see some insane progress, especially, for most of our audience who hasn't dedicated their life fully to running. Like, you guys are going to dedicate your life fully to running to get tenths of a second faster, and that's the difference between fourth and first. For a lot of our listeners, if you're a sophomore in high school who's never cared about running, you could chop off 4 minutes off your 5K. It's crazy. Absolutely. So what are some of the top tips you would have for people listening who want to devote their life to running and see how far they can go in the sport in 2026?
I mean, for me, it was just like when I went to college, I didn't want to have to look back and like think about like what could have been. Like if I had gone all in and tried to see how good I could be, like I didn't want to get to 40 years old and be like, man, if I did that, maybe I could have been pretty good. So I think it's like I said with the consistency thing. I think that's the biggest part of it. Is just like putting in the time and the effort over years and years and years. I think for some people it takes longer than others. You might not see results for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden you start to see results. So for me, it was just like, put in the consistent effort and, slowly climbing your way up and, not regretting anything along the way. So.
Yeah, you gotta find a way to like be super consistent and constantly put in that effort if you want to find out how good you are. And you gotta, in my opinion, you have to find a way to do it that you actually enjoy yourself and enjoy what you're doing. If you show up to practice every day and you hate running, like putting in the amount of effort you need to reach your potential is going to be really difficult. And people can reach their potential and try really hard in the sport in different ways. And so you got to try to be personalized and find a way that you enjoy going out the door and going for a run. That you enjoy showing up to practice. And so I would just say really, like the young people, really try to figure out why you like the sport and what makes the sport fun for you. And then, try really hard at it.
Final question for you both. Favorite Christmas song, favorite Christmas movie? Hit me.
Oh,
I'm pulling up my phone.
I'm a big Home Alone guy. That's a good movie.
Okay.
You can't beat
great
that.
movie.
I can't go wrong with Home Alone. Christmas song?
I said, don't take this as a diss. Kevin McAllister low-key looks like you.
I've gotten that a lot, especially when I was younger.
Yeah,
I had
weird.
the same haircut. I got that a lot when I was really a lot younger. I don't know, Christmas song though. I don't really have a favorite. I just love the vibe of all Christmas music. You know, when you walk into like a hotel lobby or a cafe or something, and they're playing Christmas music. It's always
good vibes.
Yeah. He stole my thunder. You know, I think Home Alone's probably the best Christmas movie, but to change it up, I'll go with Elf.
Yeah,
Elf's good. I actually was looking through some Christmas songs today, so that's the only reason I have an actual name for one. Otherwise, I'd have to like really pull up my phone and look through them. I'd say "Last Christmas" by Wham.
I got that today too. The other podcast guest said that. Niwat's coach, Kelly Christensen, that was his pick. So.
Yes. I mean, we played it today while some people were making breakfast, and it was like, all right, I think this is the best Christmas song.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think you boys need to go back about 50 years to vintage Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra. That's where it's at, boys.
Yeah, hey, I'm good with any Christmas music because I know it's a good time of year when you're hearing Christmas.
It is. Yeah. It is. Well, boys, Kanye West once said something like, if you're a fan of Kanye, I don't know if we're allowed to quote him still in 2025, but if you're a fan of Kanye West, you're a fan of yourself. I think if you're a fan of Parker Wolfe and Ethan Strand, you're a fan of yourself. So keep crushing, boys. Bring us home some gold for the red, white, and blue next year, and appreciate the time and banter as always.
Yeah, thank you for having us on.
Thanks.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yep.